What is it to get a win like this when everyone is contributing?
That's great. That's the whole idea is for everybody to contribute. And some nights, some guys might not be scoring as much, but if you can contribute in one way or another, that's the whole goal. And I thought we did a good job of doing that tonight.
What did you like most about this win after the loss in Sacramento?
Just the way we responded and bounced back. We had a big letdown, obviously, in the fourth quarter. Really the whole game yesterday. So, to have a bounce back like this on a back-to-back against a team that, is scrapping and is just playing with nothing to lose, it's a good win.
Well, you looked up the scoreboard early and it was it had 8-point lead. What the heck's going on here?
That's the game. It happens, so you can't really, watch the scoreboard like that. But at the same time, you can't let them get out to a big lead. So you just got to stay calm and fight our way back in. And, we did that.
Well, you just talked about the intensity that you guys needed to have with that identity. Do you have one, or just now? What do you want the identity to be?
We want our identity to be, a defensive mindset, and for teams to, not to have to adjust to teams, not to have to make, adjustments for every single team and switch things up, but, to make teams adjust to us and the way we play. And that starts defensively, putting pressure on teams, being aggressive in pick and rolls, and doing, those kinds of things that puts pressure on teams and doesn't let them relax at any point, especially on offense.
Is it hard to not look at the seedings right now as you're getting closer to the playoffs and some slippage there?
Yeah, we know. We see it every day. It's at a practice facility. It's in the locker room on the wall, so we see it. But the thing for us is not to be worried or not to, let that consume our thoughts, especially when we're trying to prepare for a game. It's about getting wins right now. It's not. You can't really control whether another team is playing well unless you're playing them. So, our whole mindset is on the next game.
Is it a placing as more of a sense of urgency, though, as far as knowing there's only, 13 left? I think,
Absolutely. We have to be good in every single game from here on out. We can't slip up because all these other teams have great intensity right now. Denver's playing unbelievable, 13 in a row. Memphis is, 17 of the last whatever it is. So they're all playing well, and we know what we have to do, but it's time to not talk about it, but it's time to actually do it.
Blake, you've seen the second period sometimes go good. You've seen it sometimes not good.
Second quarter, half.
Or in the second quarter, start with fourth quarter when that bench comes in. It seemed like Malik was able to give that unit some pace back that it hasn't had since Bledsoe's been out.
Yeah, he did a great job. Not just forget scoring, forget his offense. The way he handled the ball, making it tough for them to bring it up court. The way he guarded and the way he was all over the place. Just his intensity was huge for us, and I think that's what we were used to in that second group is him really coming in and dogging the ball and making it tough for teams. And then as an added bonus, he played well offensively. Coming in and hitting shots, getting to the free throw line and passing the ball. So that's what we need from him.
Early in this it seemed like the starters and the second unit would kind of feed off each other at times. Like if the second unit would come in and play good, and the starters would want to respond. Has that been missing, you think, a little bit lately? It seems like those two units haven't gotten going at the same time as much recently.
Yeah, I think we're obviously at our best when our first unit feeds off our second unit, vice versa. But we can't always count on that. We have to be able to lift each other up, and when one unit or a couple of guys are having a rough game, scoring wise, we have to be there for them. But the thing that made us successful early in the season and makes us successful when we win is our defense, and that's really where it's at. We're going to have bad offensive games, but when we're playing great defensively, when guys aren't shooting well, but they're contributing on the defensive end by making sure that man doesn't get to the boards or not getting back cut, little things like that. That's what helps us win games.
Last question, guys. Last question.
How do you guys go about refocusing defensively for this game?
Really just, our mindset in film today. We watched some of the things we did poorly yesterday, and made sure we were on our rotations tonight. And we also watched some clips from when we played Philly last month or whatever it was, and we played a pretty good defensive game, but there was still some slip-ups, and you know, we watched some of those, and we clearly understood what our mindset and what our scheme was tonight, and I think we did a good job of executing it. You know, it was to really keep the ball out of Drew Holiday's hands and force other guys to make plays, and, you know, you look at the score box, he's 1 for 8, finishes with 2 points, and, you know, that's what we need to do.
We have